Tampa, home of the South Florida Bulls. Welcome to the herd. Go behind the scenes, from the sidelines to the studio and everywhere in between. Featuring exclusive interviews, coaches, players, insights from the community throughout the program's 26th football season. United by head coach Jeff Scott.
Here we go, lock in right here.
Get ready, because this is our family. This is Bulls country, and we're a stampede. This is Horns Up, USF All Access.
Hey, work on two, 1, 2.
Hello and welcome to Horns Up USF All Access. I'm WFLA sports anchor Karen Loftus.
And I'm USF sports anchor Kaylee Cottrell. Thank you so much for joining us. We are excited to give you inside access to the sights and sounds of USF with exclusive interviews and behind the scenes footage in the bullpen.
We want to start off tonight talking about our favorite things about the Tampa Bay area. And I know for me, one of the things that I will never get tired of is the palm trees. And then also I love the access to biking and hiking trails and also places to go kayaking.
Yes, love it. I love being on the water as well. And whether I'm jet skiing or at the beach, it really feels like we are living in paradise.
Not only do Kaylee and I love Tampa, the Bulls love it too.
What is there to not love about Tampa? I mean, you've got, plenty of things to do. There's plenty of entertainment.
The city's great. You got a little bit of everything. I like to call it kind of like the Milton part of Florida, because you got the downtown scene. If you think about Miami, you got the amusement park scene. You talk about Orlando and tourism. You got the beach scene, the Tampa Bay area.
So I can't complain. I like the sun, I like the trees, the beach, so I can't really complain too much.
Tampa's great. Tampa's been really good. I love the food here. I love the water. I love the beaches. The only thing I don't like is how much it rains. Other than that, if it wasn't for the rain, Tampa would be perfect.
It'll rain every now and then for about 10, 15 minutes, and then the sun will come back out. But other than that, it's great.
I'm living Tampa, man. I ain't gonna lie. Since I got here, I picked up some weight. I've been eating all types of food, fish, chicken, everything. I've been eating a lot of food. I've been gaining some weight, some good weight though, good weight.
Yeah, I love living in Tampa. It reminds me a lot about home. That was one of the reasons why I came here, because it reminded me so much of home.
Oh man, USF is home, I'm from Dominican Republic. This is the closest place that look like my home. The weather, the people, a lot of Spanish, the culture, stuff like that, and I love green. It's one of my favorite colors, so I like the green.
Since I've been down here, I've definitely created some of those relationships that's probably gonna be with me for the rest of my life. I plan on having some of these players, some of my best men at my wedding one day.
So I would live here one day. Like I've met a lot of people here, a lot of connections here, and I know all the food spots now, and I know all the stores I like, so I'm definitely adapted to it.
I love being at USF because it's honestly, 20 minutes away from my hometown. I can go back and support, my local high school. It's only just a great feeling, being able to play in your backyard essentially, and hopefully I can do it at the next level as well.
Once you come in Tampa USF and you get settled down, you realize you're in a great place. The coaches are there for you, the players. Really, anybody and anything you could think of is here for you here at USF.
Tampa is the best city on Florida. I hope everybody can hear this. Better than Miami, better than Orlando, better than everything. Tampa is the city, period.
This segment was brought to you by Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
Tampa has so many cool things to offer: the beaches, the food, and of course, football.
The Bay Area is definitely a great place to be. Wide receiver Xavier Weaver says he can't complain too much, and I agree. What's not to love about it here?
And Karen, speaking of Xavier, he is a machine. He's on the 2022 watch list for the Bolitnikoff Receiver of the Year award.
Yeah, which is pretty incredible. And then also another note about Xavier, his dad, Sean Weaver, played 4 seasons in the NFL for the Chargers, so football definitely runs in the family.
Xavier Weaver, one of the top returning receivers in the American. He led the American in yards per catch at 17.
How y'all doing? My name is Xavier Weaver. I'm from Orlando, Florida.
3rd down and 6, throws it long. He's got a man. It's Weaver. Makes the catch, and he's down to the 30.
My pop's always been a football guy. He's been playing throughout college and stuff like that. So about 5 years old, I started playing flag football. And then about 7 years old, I went into tackle football. I played basketball and I ran track as well. Football was something I enjoyed, so it just felt more fun to me, and I felt more agile at it.
Two-point conversion, Weaver on the receiving end.
And then the rest being history. I'd probably get like 4 or 5 names. I get X, I get Zay, I get X-Man sometimes. A lot of y'all don't know this, but my mom's French, so she calls me Xavier.
And Weaver spinning out of a tackle. And a 1st down.
Oh, my mom means the world to me. You know, she's the reason I play this game now. You know, I got to do it all for her. So she means more than the world to me, actually. I think I was in like 7th, 8th grade. She started going through chemo and stuff, so she was losing hair. And, you know, as a young kid, I was low-key scared because you think of the worst when you're young. So, but, you know, she's a strong woman. She's always been strong since I was young. She fought through it and, you know, still going to this day. I definitely look for my mom, you know, before the game, I try to look because she usually sits around the same area. So I try to look for her. And, you know, after she had that cancer, she can't really yell no more. So she had surgery, can't yell. She used to yell my name, top of the lungs. I used to hear her, but I could see her. I definitely could see her. My mom taught me perseverance, you know, strength, just stay strong. You know, when I used to come home and see my mom every day, it just put a smile on my face knowing that she's still fighting. So I still got a reason to fight. That was my why.
He took the opportunity, was able to outrun the DBs. Xavier Weaver is fast enough to get behind the defense.
Xavier Weaver, he'll catch your eye with his maneuverability, his catching radius, but he's a great young man, and I think his future's very bright here. I think he'll be successful in anything that he does, just because of the type of young man he is.
Pass underneath, that's Weaver across midfield, across the 45, a 1st down and more.
I know he trusts me, and he knows I trust him. So that's the big thing with a coach-player relationship. I've seen that he's working harder without me watching or without a coach watching. I can look out my window and look out on the field and see the things that he's doing with other receivers. The thing you think about as a coach with Xavier Weaver, it's not just about Weaver, it's not just about Xavier. He wants to deflect the praise, and that's who Xavier Weaver is. He cares more about other people than he does himself, which is beautiful about the young man, and it's awesome, and that's why he's going to be successful in whatever he does in the future.
Weaver, one of the top receivers in the American.
This segment was brought to you by MSC Cruises, a world of discovery.
He is such a well-rounded athlete with so much heart and passion.
And you just love to see the reaction from the coaches speaking so highly of him. All right, so last week we caught up with Brian Battie and his family, and this week we are getting to know defensive back TJ Robinson, hearing from some of the people that say bring out the best in him.
And Etienne gets his first chance, play action. Anthony Richardson taken down. TJ Robinson with the pressure on the Florida quarterback.
Hello. Hi. I started off at Rutgers. I committed there, was signed there, went there, and then after a while, I kind of seen that it wasn't like the right fit for me, and I kind of want to come back home and play in front of my family because not a lot of people know, but like I'm big on family and something that means the most to me, and then playing in front of my family, it just brings out the best in me.
Hey, say hi. I'm Kaylee, and TJ is my boyfriend. We basically grew up together, high school sweethearts, actually middle school sweethearts, but yeah.
That's a cute moment. TJ Robinson with his fiance, she's rubbing her belly. Looks like they're expecting one.
I'm Isabel, Kaylee's mom, and I'll eventually be TJ's mother-in-law. Just definitely seen him from middle school till now. Just the change in him is astronomical.
He's always been the same goofy kid. He's always very determined and hardworking, and he loves family.
Go-getter, always working out, always, practicing, and he goes out on the field, out behind in my backyard in practices, even when he doesn't have to practice. So definitely go-getter.
What got me into football was my dad. He signed me up for like flag and a whole bunch of different sports, and what kind of stuck out to me was football the most. I played baseball, basketball, soccer, but the most interesting sport to me was football.
My name is Xavier Robinson Sr. I'm TJ's father. Football wasn't his first sport that he played. Baseball was. And I signed him up for basketball, football, soccer. He played all the sports, and he chose football. So at the age of 6 is when, I saw the love and the desire he had for football, to play football.
TJ Robinson in coverage down the field there.
Having that support from not only me, my dad, from all my other family members, it feels great just knowing they'll call me and text me and tell me yeah, you need to do this, or great game, or it was great coming to see you play and stuff like that. Just having those little text messages just makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I have more to prove and that I want to get to the next level.
This segment was brought to you by Buhoff Law Group.
And I think he made the right choice, deciding to focus on football.
Absolutely. Now, right after the break, we'll show you some of the highlights from yesterday's game. That's next.
USF made its first trip to Louisville in 10 years, although the road is a familiar place for these Bulls right now, in the middle of a stretch that has them playing 3 out of 4 away from Tampa.
You talk about a game of inches, football is. Both of them last week struggled with those inches and trying to find ways to get wins. They want to come back this week and find a way to get those things done.
Bulls head coach Jeff Scott told me that the key to his team finishing is consistency and being able to embrace any and all adversity.
The Bulls were anxious to take the field after their strong showing against 18th-ranked Florida a week ago, and it remained a game of inches early on for the defense.
Cunningham, plenty of time. Throws, it's broken up and nearly intercepted.
That Bulls defense bolstered by linebacker Antonio Greer Jr., last season's leading tackler.
It's played by Antonio Greer Jr. We'll call his name a lot, but he's one of those guys that makes plays. He and 11, Dwayne Boyles, will spend some time spying on Malik Cunningham. Watch 11 right there. He's going to show up. See, he's got his eyes on Malik Cunningham, and then what? I'm going to go make this play.
And Russell down at the 31-yard line.
You're going to see 11 Boyles, who was a warrior. I really like how this defense for South Florida is flying to the football.
And the Bulls' offense was coming off 2 straight impressive running games.
Brian Battie, the last 2 weeks, over 100 yards.
This week, it was a tougher task for the banged-up USF offense.
Jeff has really talked about the culture. We talked a lot about that when we spoke to him earlier this week. And the one thing, too, he knows you got to win games, and you got to figure out in a short week of time how to end up doing that. And he talked a lot about that with us, about the transfer portal, how it's played a role in him, because he really didn't use it at Clemson.
Jatorian Hansford, transfer from Missouri.
The Bulls don't make excuses, but there are reasons things don't always go as planned. Against the Cardinals, South Florida was without its top 4 receivers due to injury. And despite diligent work, their offense was unable to keep up with Louisville.
Does it again. Taken out by the netting. The net guy just lost his scholarship.
2 USF receivers were making their first career starts.
Chased out of the pocket, Bohannon will throw. And a sliding grab is made by Yusuf Terry. And a man down for South Florida, Donovan Jennings, their super senior left tackle.
He's been playing the best from a physicality standpoint. Better on the inside. Let's hope he's okay.
On the bright side, many players got valuable game experience, and there was no quit as South Florida tried to play through the injury adversity.
Evans pops it loose, recovered by South Florida. Down to the 35-yard line, Matthew Hill.
What I do like is how these guys are still fighting.
It's the USF way. Their effort is not affected by the numbers on the scoreboard.
Big hit. Mekhi LaPointe. That'll leave a mark.
Powell left his mark on the game with a career-long 37-yard run, helping him lead the Bulls in rushing.
Spencer Schrader gets South Florida on the board. They avoid the shutout.
The Bulls know they have a lot of things to clean up. They also have learned a lot about themselves through the non-conference schedule, with the most important games still ahead. This week's highlights brought to you by Wendy's.
Welcome back to Horns Up USF All Access. Another USF team that is making big plays is the women's volleyball team. Defensive specialist Cece Clausen is a powerhouse.
That's right, Karen, and she is set an all-time program record for digs, breaking the 20-year record held by South Florida Hall of Famer Michelle Collier.
Pretty major right there, and the libero position can be one of the most challenging and unique positions in volleyball, so it is impressive for sure.
My name is Cece Clausen. I'm a senior libero on the USF volleyball team.
Clausen receives. Dump from Johnson is dug up. Overpass Audra.
Sends this one low to Andrade. Now left side, tooled off the body.
So I'm a libero, so I'm digging all the balls all the time. I'm throwing my body out there. I'm trying to be loud, help my hitters. I think just playing big, I always tell myself to play big because that'll allow them to play big. And then when I'm focused on, making big plays, that'll transition into everybody else's play and allow them to be more confident if I'm, throwing myself out there and everything. Breaking Michelle Collier's 20-year dig record is definitely something to be proud of. The more I think about it, it's a really big accomplishment for myself, but I definitely couldn't have done it without my coaches and for sure my teammates pushing me every single day. We love when our fans come and support. It's, it pumps us up when we have a really big crowd in the stands, and it makes us want to play for them, and just seeing all of our other sports coming to support us is really nice too. What I've learned about myself is that I have been able to adapt to a lot of change. We've been through a bunch of different stuff, like COVID, for example, but just being able to bounce back and then also just learn that I can do whatever I put my mind to. I want people to remember me by a girl that gave it her all every single game, but not only that, someone who had fun with her teammates and enjoyed every single moment and pushed her teammates every day.
Some incredible playing right there. All right, time to take another break, but when we come back, we're going to hear from die-hard USF fans. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Horns Up USF All Access. Are you a die-hard USF fan? Well, Kaylee, there's a lot of them out there who get together every game to cheer on the Bulls.
I love that, and it's so cool to see a community who loves USF come together.
Hi, my name is Santiago Correa, or Santi, and I went to USF and graduated in 2013. The USF Twitter Herd is a group that we started online where we get together at every game, take a picture, tailgate, have fun.
I'm Nancy Caro, and I graduated from USF in 1985. The main thing is the passion for USF athletics in particular, but also for the school. The goal is to have one united group of people that are cheering on Bulls. It's all fan-started, fan-supported, and again, anyone can join, and we welcome everyone.
I'm a USF graduate, 2001 to 2005, and I'm one of the founders of the B-Studs, the body painters at the football games, and I am so excited that as a graduate and alumnus, I'm able to come back to all of our games and enjoy with my fellow alumni. The Twitter herd doesn't have requirements for its membership. If you have a Twitter account and you're a USF fan, you can join the Twitter herd. At the end of the day, we're all here to support USF. USF is an amazing school with amazing people, with an amazing president, with an amazing athletic director, with an amazing head coach, with amazing players, with amazing students. So at the end of the day, something that people need to know about the Twitter herd is all you have to do is love USF to join.
It was not intended. It was just a meetup, and then all of a sudden the hashtag turned into a movement online, and now we have a bunch of friends, and everyone's become part of the herd and family, and it's been really fun to see it grow.
And all that amazing tailgate food is making me hungry for sure.
Right, and they bring so much energy. It's incredible. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show. Don't forget, you can catch the next Bulls football game at Ray J this Saturday at 7 p.m. against East Carolina.
And then join us Sunday night at 9 right here for more exclusive footage. For Kaylee and myself, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.